Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Tatooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? I do not know how to help you with that. I am sorry. How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Czerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. I thought you would. Without these fees, Czerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Czerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well, past its prime. Czerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look. I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it. I'm sorry. It's not really a big secret, but my superiors don't like people talking about it. Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals. The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate. Not personally, but they've given Czerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it. I will answer as best I can. What will you need while on Tatooine? As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Uchua penki, tong ituamaji, human ak ikatune, chi itakanki, baba Hassan shan. No ba muri rati lai kuka. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yak fuli ko.
Yes?
What?
Abuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Ikel Irimo. Udasta Shelfa, Usta Kel Cliff, Colo Luz, Abuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Ikel Irimo. Abuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Ikel Irimo. Dustadan Gelva, Moisidan Gelva. Duden Toothblood Van Nibo Gelva, Abuelta. Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Ikel Irimo.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable, but I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand that millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? And that is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Genchopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa chawa.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawa gawa bakon. Donk ki
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulak. Tonki pa nagnonek. Tu nikton chun.
My mother's condition.
Ti umpa do punta krita. Ak ti konto ona chabachisa wanki. Ti toki grantu conchicha.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kunti chiwa cha.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chika don mulaka wata yuma ka wama hona nek. Ashantington unumani.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. But if she is really sick, well, we shall see.
Yeah, what do you want? Tatooine is one big desert, with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. Do you have anything else you want to ask? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right. Yeah, what do you want? I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle. Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life. I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Fozzie without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. I don't know. How could I be sure you would come back? Are you sure you can't buy it? Please. I'm sorry, but I can't take that chance. Are you sure you can't buy it from me? Please. Will no one help? We need the credits. We have nothing.
Muchachak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachi. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hotunga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas magtale. Tolpa da pongwale kanduna kuchuchut. Kabadum ku pelio botenya. Bonanay kuchu. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas mag... Kachikun ida hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodonga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas magtale. Ako pa, Czerka pa. Chino muliraking paija. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nu. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodonga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukas magtale. Muchachak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodonga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Muchachak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodonga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Muchachak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Takom justach miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodonga. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Don't.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit. Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out banthapats, but thanks all the same. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey. If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there. It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. If that's what you want, I'm not sure what you hope to get out of me, though. You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. Good hunting.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it? Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I mean, what I said about having no credits. Well, my name is Tanis. What I do is hunt. I'm sure you've heard of me. Well, actually, I hope you haven't. Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't. Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes. She doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me. There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy. What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running.
It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds too. I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too. Uptight and cold like my wife. They don't like me streamlining the hunt with droids. I don't fit in, but I don't let it bug me. The Gamorreans are different. Good rowdy drinking buddies. Kirk and his boys, they understand that hunting is a business. Of course they hunt other things than raid, too. Just don't turn your back on them. Ever. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all. Dorak is reasonable. Komad is a pain, but he keeps his distance. I can tell he doesn't like me much. Ask around the lodge if you want information about the other guys. I don't really talk to them much. Fine, whatever you want. Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the Sand People. I'm usually running when I see them, though. Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you. I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough. Good hunt.
Ciao baso, Gino Morirani Dubo, Tonkin Ba, Loko Netsak. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Tangit Wamajikon, Chiwak Aita Kan Kicha na Chupornibo, Kun Muri Ra Slimo. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Tangit Wamaji, Chiwak Aita Kan Kicha na Chupornibo, Kun Muri Ra Slimo Poiwanga, Tangit Wamaji. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chunamuri Ra, Kakincha Nawabakaon, Bagwa Shang Kontima. Gino Morirani Dubo, Tonkin Ba, Loko Netsak. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, agi inko tune chuna muri ra tangi mama jikona chiwak aita kan kicha na chupornibo kun muri ra slimo poiwanga tangi mama ji human act Baba Hassan Shan
Kolo plus Ivan Rebu Ikel Ujastar Shelfa Ustakel Kis Kolo Dusta Abuelta Kolo plus Ivan Rebu Ikel Irimo Ujas Ustakel Kis Ujastar Shelfa Ustakel Kis Kolo Dusta Ujas Ustakel Kis Ujastar Shelfa Abuelta Kolo plus Ivan Rebu Ikel Irimo Ujas Ustakel Kis Abuelta Kolo plus Ivan Rebu Ikel